Thursday, 8 o'clock, the Big Detective Show.
It most certainly is. Good evening, Adrian.
Good evening, dear.
How
it's
are you?
Mr. Cord. I'm
Hey?
fine, thank you. Yeah, very
Mr.
fine. Mr.
Cord.
Cord.
The ever so lovely Mr. Cord.
He's such a nice bloke. Always happy
He
and
is.
cheerful.
He is.
I haven't seen him in the show. In the chat recently. So I hope it's okay. Firstly, I think it's Stephen Brame's 30th birthday. So
Yes, Merry 30th, Mr. Brame.
yes, and what an evening to spend it with us.
I know, yeah.
Yes. Jelly's in there. Hi, Jelly. I saw you last night with other people, obviously.
The Sherwin,
Julian
painting, Andrew T, Nick West.
Jim's already got a question. Does the iron filter really work on the banana? Yes, it does.
Charlie Dreamer. Paul's Tongue. Robin Cornwall. Di Evans. Carl Ellis. Nick Berry's Fart. Lee Perrin. Don't worry, Lee. I haven't forgotten about you. I'll explain when I contact you. Everybody's told me that you're trying to get in contact with me, and I'll over this weekend, I'll guarantee it. The Sherwins. Richard Lincoln. Yes. Luke contacted me yesterday. Let me know. John Clayton. Who else is there? Andrew Reese. Michael Jarvis. Oh, put him on the naughty star. Rob Randall. There he is. We were after him the other week, weren't we? And he would let us down.
Yes, we were.
And Dean, Houston, Texas. So, tonight's show, a little bit different than normal. We'll get onto it in a wee while. I don't think we've done anything quite like this before. But a colleague of mine in work, Anthony Lester, is about to start the magnificent journey of metal detecting, and he's been asking me advice. So we've advised him about the best detector for a beginner and such like. And he said, what about pinpointers? And I said, well, there's a massive range, and you pocket dialed me, hadn't you?
Oh, yes.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
So I responded to Adrian's pocket dial, and I said to him for this week's show, because unfortunately the people who were going to come on weren't able to make it this week. We decided to have a look at the marvelous world of pinpointers, and Adrian's put some bits together, and I think we've got about 217 between us on our chairs.
Well, yeah, I gave one. I've given a couple away to people new in the hobby. I think, unless I've lost them, but I've got a few here. I thought we could do a little. Well, I was hoping to get a pinpointer to give away, but I can't find it. So we might do it next week. It's brand new, but I think we might give one away. But like Dave said, people new to the hobby. Hopefully, this will guide them a little bit, because it is very, very complicated. And to be honest, You don't need a pinpointer, really. You can hand sift, can't you, Dave? You know, like that Dave messaged earlier in the chat and said he still hand sifts with his wedding ring on, and I use hand sifting a lot. I quite often prefer it, especially this time of year.
Call it hand sifting. I thought it was something different.
Oh no. Yeah, sifting the soil, but a pinpointer is handy when you dig a deep target and it's on the edge of the hole. It's a godsend. And I mean, we're talking about some new pinpointers tonight, some very new ones, and there are old ones.
The old ones.
The bullseye. Do you remember the bullseye whites?
I'd want to not long recently. I actually put it on the Nick Berry Bring and Buy sale at the Rodney Cup 2 years ago.
Look like a walkie-talkie, and we've had a lot over the years. So, before I forget, Just Detect this year, the tickets are going on sale on the 16th of February, and there's 500 tickets available. Just Detect, if you want to go to that this year. So keep an eye out on the 16th of Feb if you.
That's usually over Lincolnshire way, isn't it? That sort of area.
Yeah. So I think it's normally the same sort of time as Detectable. I'm not sure, but we haven't heard yet on Detectable, have we? So
well, I have, but I don't know much. I had a chat with one of the team from there, Luke, the other day, and he gave me some. Look, Di Evans still not got my prize from Dave for Christmas. It's still here. That's why you not know me by now.
He's got 2 months. April was last year. He sent his last one out in April, but you have been quite good this year. So
yeah, I've got less to send out. Just to go back to Stephen Brame, he's asked me to bring some big Detecting Stoke stickers. Ministry Detecting this weekend, not far from me. Jury's out if I'm going to be able to make it, Stephen. If I'm honest, I've actually messaged James today because I'm struggling a little bit at the moment. I was also invited down to a Gary Cook event down Wiltshire way, and unfortunately that's completely out of the window, which I'll let Gary know why. But hey,
good luck to so basically the Rodney Cook Marshals, after they all volunteered for last year's event, Gary treats them to a weekend dig. Same place, I think, same land as the last No Frills. So good luck to them this weekend.
Yes,
not too bad.
I mean, where we were actually looking up at the ridge line. If it's anything, we were going to have that ridge line, but they were doing farming on it at the time, weren't they? So that did look absolutely fantastic. To be fair,
wouldn't that feel beautiful? The one we detected in on the Saturday. Do you remember?
Well, Saturday, I kept on going back to it constantly. That field,
yeah. I think 10 gold status were found on that one field separately. But yeah, that was a lovely weekend. That was. I enjoyed that a lot. The weather was beautiful, and I hope it is this weekend.
It was. Is there any other parish notices from the world of metal detecting? I noticed there's been a few hordes up over in Holland and places like that.
Yeah, but the carpet fitter, the one you sent me, found a horde under his bath or something. What was that? Was it a bathroom fitter? Found a horde of coins.
Can't remember. Slept since then.
Yes.
Yeah, snow's due this weekend for everybody as well.
Yes.
Oh, and we are in the process of bringing a few more segments into the show, and also reintroducing one or two. And the one that we are definitely going to be doing in the near future, when I got my arse into gear, is a viewers' finds. I was going to say readers' wives then. So
yeah, that'd be good.
We could do a viewers' wives. No, that
readers' men.
Rob Random would be all over that. A viewers' find. So weekly, I'll put a thing on the Facebook group. Put your finds in, and then we'll just put them into the video with your name on it. That it's your find, just for everybody to see. We'll show that in the show in the very near future. Oh,
before I forget, I think it's out. Yeah, this month's treasure hunting's out, and I think I
Is that
showed you.
blancmange on the front cover?
Jelly is on the front
Jelly.
cover,
Sorry, I thought it was blancmange.
but
That was
there's
bad
a
80s
really
band.
that's Garrett 1980s crossword there. Really easy to do. Fill it in, scan the QR code, or go to Treasure Hunting website, and you can win a Vortex. And the odds, VX9, the top of the range one, and the odds on that are a lot better than the lottery or anything like that. So if you want a Vortex, you got to buy this month's magazine to do the crossword. Once you find the word, from the words you just go to our website, put it in, and it's going in a random raffle thing next month, and it's going to be published in the magazine. So go for it. It's good call, that is. Just writing my field test on the Vortex, actually. So that'll be next month as well. So should we start talking?
Which we had a good chat last week with Digger Dawn about.
Yeah, we did, about the Vortex, and there's some things I like about it. There's some things I don't like about it. But it's like all metal detectors. I like the blue. Right. Should we? Show me your carrot.
God, thank God for that. We're talking about the Garrett carrot now, aren't we?
Yeah. So we'll go. We've done a little presentation because we're very professional.
Please don't take anything about the sticker on it. It was not I who put the sticker on it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, so this... Is that... Yeah, it is a Garrett. It looks very pale orange. Might have faded a bit. So was that your first pinpointer, Dave?
Nope. No, it
right.
wasn't.
So what's it sound like, the Garrett? Could we have a listen? So let's get a bit of presentation up and start talking about pinpointers. Can you all sit down at the back? Rob Random, come to the front of class, please, because I know what you're like. And don't
Yes, Robert.
Girls or boys. So we've got the Garrett. Now, there's 3 Garretts, and we'll get into that. Oh, I've got the...
Also got the Garrett Pro Pointer 2 here, Adrian.
Yes, so we've got... I've messed up here already. It's bullet points in the wrong place. So you've got your standard Garrett. Let's get on to the next slide. So you've got the Pro Pointer 2. It's rain resistant. It's not wireless. It's fixed sensitivity. You can't retune it. It's a basic pinpointer. But when I say basic, I don't mean cheap or cheerful, is it, Dave? It's... People have had carrots for years. How long have you had that one?
We're talking the Pro Pointer or the Carrot?
We've got the Pro Pointer.
And the Pro Pointer is actually the black probe that I've got.
Oh.
You've got an orange picture there, but it's a black probe, the Pro Pointer 2.
I thought it came in. Oh, yeah, I've messed up on that.
I've got that. So,
yeah. So, yeah, can't go back on that. So, yeah, the black one.
I'd say
they all come with
I'm saying it does about 2 centimeters by air to my ring.
Yes. So, and if you go for the Z-Link one, that basically will connect up to your machine via
and your earphones as well, am I right in saying?
Yeah, your earphones. So, but I've got the prices wrong there because I think the base one's £80 and then the next one, the high end one, is like 150 quid or something like that. But Garrett's, I reckon, probably still the most popular pinpointer at the moment.
Definitely the biggest seller, the brand.
Yeah. And we will get on to fake carrots later on. But the Garrett pinpointer, I don't know, it's like the Ford Focus, isn't it? It's just reliable, practical, and if you want an RST version, Rob Cornwall, he's lasted a year before speaker inside fell off. Yeah, it's you hear some people get a Friday afternoon one.
The thing with the Garrett carrot for me, and the origin of it, the original type of the colour of it stands out in the field. If you drop a black one, there's a likelihood that it goes in shadow. You can't find it. You drop the orange one, being the high visibility, there's more chance of you actually finding it. So
but you have got the lost alarm, which beeps after 5 minutes. But it depends. If you've got headphones on, you're not going to hear it. But I think the key thing is, if you're new to the hobby, and it's such a simple thing, is get a lanyard. There's one supplied with it, but make sure you connect it up.
I've learned that myself, Adrian, and I never go without it now.
Yeah.
Even
definitely.
when I do the ArkMD Mag stall at the events, I sell them for £1 a go because I get them cheap, buy them cheap, just so you can use them. But as Adrian says, most of the brands send you with them, man. And the little sheath as well. Sheath! We've not used that word for ages.
No, we haven't. Sheath. So, yeah, overall, I think a very good pinpointer and very popular. So then we go to the XP pinpointers. Now they offer an MI.
I have one. Yeah. That lovely Sebastian from Regton's, he actually gave me one because I'd forgot one. He said, have that, keep that. Unfortunately, I haven't got the charger for it, so I don't know if it works. But I've got MI4, but you've got MI4 and an MI6, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got an MI6 in the car because I like leaving it in the car, and an MI4. So I usually use the MI6 with the Deus 2 and the MI4 if I need it as a backup with another.
So the MI6, does that connect to the XPs?
So the difference between the MI4 and the MI6 is you've got wireless connection to your Deus or an ORX or AUX, whatever you want to call it. 6 sensitivity levels or 50 if paired with the machine, so it pairs via Bluetooth, and you get 90 hours battery life out of the MI6.
I still think there's one that'll beat that.
Well, yeah, but you'd be surprised when we get to the stats in a minute. And it's waterproof up to 6 meters. I mean, to be fair, not a lot of us are going to be going that deep in a field or a lake.
I'm going to have to read this. I read this again after to see if I can wash mine in the sink.
Yeah. The key thing with the XP pinpointers over the Garretts is they are rechargeable. I repeat, not USB-C. They still use that Nokia phone charger thing, which XP.
It's not even the slim one; it's the big, thick one that used to do the cameras, isn't it?
So, but it, like all of them, they come with a little rubber seal in there. And
Rob Random says he could use 90 hours in a day.
Yes, and that vibrates, and you can also change the tones on it and sensitivity. But the XP pinpointer, I don't think it's been. I'm trying to remember when it came out, but
and don't forget, everybody, while we're chatting here as well, please give your thoughts on what we're looking at. Going back up a little bit, Adrian.
Mm-hmm.
Sheddy had the Pro Pointer, so that's Richard Lincoln had the Pro Pointer for years. Along the way, he tried the XP, Minelab, and the Quest, which he didn't think much of, and he threw them all away and went back to the Pro Pointer. Rob Random's dug holes with the Carrot, as many of us have. Andrew T ordered the Garrett Pro Pointer from a Facebook advert and got a GP pointer from China.
Yes, we'll get onto that. Yes, so the MI4.
Simon Hadlow had a cheap GP pointer off Amazon and it was junk. We'll get back onto them in a moment. Sheddy, been there. No lanyard ever came with any of the Garrett pinpointers, came with a holster. Holly Whitney, hello. She's ace. I've got to say, every time I speak about Holly Whitney, she introduced herself to me at Detectable Eating and went, not hello, hi, I'm Holly. I like food. Brilliant.
Perfect.
She hated the MI6, loved the D2 beyond words, but the pinpointer can suck it. Philip Wells likes his GP pointer, works fine, and he's got 5 others. Why no MI5?
Good question. Or MI7? Yeah, don't know. Maybe. Don't know. There wasn't. Oh, but the Deus wasn't a Deus one, was it? So you could say there should have been a Deus one. I don't know. But yes. So yeah, the XP one, like I said. Oh dear. The 115 to 150 quid. This is a lot of money, really, when you think about it, and you can easily drop it and leave it in the field. And I think the guarantees I didn't put on here, but some manufacturers offer a lot more than others. So yeah. So, do you use your MI4, Dave?
No, as I said, I've never been able to charge it.
Oh no, I've got to send you a lead, haven't I? Yeah. So that is, yeah, it is rechargeable. It does last a while, but the downside being that it does. You get a charger lead when you buy it, but it's a bit right. And then, what am I doing? Then we go to this little one who came out. I think it's 2 years ago now, isn't it, Dave?
Yes, which you and I bought the beta version, and then we got the alpha version free of charge thereafter. And incidentally, the beta version that I got, I give to Shane to test, and he's still using it, and it's still working perfectly. And that's the beta version.
Yes, I'm using the beta version now. Not to still do other pinpointers, but this one's been out for about it's got to be 2 years now, isn't it, Dave? Since we had the beta.
Yes.
And it was a bit glitchy at first. It wouldn't pair with the headphones properly, and there was a few software updates, and it seems to resolve it. But there's something strange about this, and we'll get onto that in a minute. But it is waterproof. It's Bluetooth. If you've got a Nocta machine, a Legend, and a triple score, etc., it does have a colour screen, which is really nice, but I don't know why it's colour. You can discriminate between iron, ferrous, and non-ferrous.
Well, doesn't when it's the colour screen, the one of them comes up red and one of them comes up green?
Yeah, but you don't pinpoint like that, do you?
I don't know. Some people with short-sightedness might.
True. You can never run it on full sensitivity because it's ridiculously. I'd say out of all the pinpointers here, I haven't tested. Well, I have tested it, but most of the pinpointers all come in like that, 2 to 3 centimeters. This on full sensitivity.
About 4 centimeters there.
Yeah.
And that's on level 8.
Yeah, not 10, but you put it.
I'm not putting on 10. It takes me hours to get it back. Do you know who I am?
The same as the XP one, this one can be used on silent mode, so it only vibrates. And it's got a lost alarm. But it also has a little tip on there. I don't think you can see it very well.
Can you? Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me make you full screen for a moment. There you go.
So that's better. So there's the colour screen.
It's upside down, that, mate.
Yeah. And you can just flick through the options. And that turns it off. It's so you can flick through the options.
So you've got your Bluetooth headphones on there flashing away. Is that for it to connect to the Legend, or does it connect to all the Bluetooth headphones?
I've got that connecting to the Legend, right. And then to turn it off, it's very quick and easy. But yeah, so you've got a little guide on there,
a little torch as well,
centimeters and things, and then you've got this replaceable tip. Now I've been using this probably 15 50% of my detecting time. And that tip has not worn out. So why they've bothered giving a replacement tip, I don't know. But if it does, you get a spare tip. But I can't get mine off, so I don't know how to do it. So yeah, that the other nice thing about this is, oh my gosh, right? Oh dear. When you open it up, that falls out, and you think, oh, I've broken it. And all it is a bit of plastic to improve the acoustics of the pinpointer, the speaker. But what's so cool about it? Oh, they're bugging it up now. Yeah. Bear with. So what's cool about it is you put the cap on like that, and that's it. It undoes and does up so easily. So yeah, that's
for me, Adrian. I think the biggest feature of it is definitely the wrong one. Is the what are you doing here, Fatty? There it is. How do we do that now? Don't want full screen layout. How'd you get that back on?
Okay, what?
That slide.
What?
The slide never to it goes full. Oh, I know. Do it like that. No. There it is. Sorry. If I hadn't charged it a couple of months ago, it would still be charged from the first time I charged it 2 years ago, and it would still be working fine. I can guarantee it. That's 2 years without having to charge it.
Yeah. Now the interesting thing is not to say you'll get 25 hours use. Now I know we're not using it like a detector, but I'm like you, Dave. I think I've charged mine once. I don't know what battery it's got in it, but it just seems to last and last. And
Jelly's never charged hers. There's other people haven't charged theirs. There's
no.
And again, one of the main things with it is as Paul Tong says, if there's an issue, the aftercare from Nocta are fantastic. There's been people with issues with speakers, issues that you're going to get, and they've always come out and replaced them. Philip Wells says the bug in the beta version was totally insignificant, still works fine, as I've just said about Shane using one. Absolutely phenomenal.
And the other thing is it's USB-C, and it's not using the Nokia connection. So it's USB-C. I think it comes with 2 years warranty, but like we saw...
the one problem I've had with it, and it's just a personal issue, is that, when you have to retune it, press the button every now and again, because it's going off and you're like, I can't find anything, but I forgot to reset it by pressing the button. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it goes off and it's going on, and it does my head in, but that's just down to forgetfulness about not, and then I pressed it and all's well in the world, and there's nothing there in the first place.
Oh, Dean McAvaddy's charged his last month only because it went down to 1 bar. Yeah. Actually, let's see what mine's on.
And Jelly says the discrimination is spot on.
Yes, especially ferrous and non-ferrous, it's very good. So if you're new watching the show...
David Moore says it's so useful. But we've got another pinpointer coming up in a wee while that is got a similar ability. So
those who are thinking, what's all this like ferrous, non-ferrous? So if you're digging down and you think you've got a silver coin in the hole, but you still haven't dug all the way down, and it turns out it's a lump of iron, when you put your pinpointer down, it will give you a different tone, which you'll know about, like a grunt, rather than a beep, beep, beep. It will give you a boom, boom, like that. So, very handy, very handy. Right. People chatting about the AccuPoint. Do you know, I was the first person to see that.
No, you weren't.
I did
you was joint first. Oh, no, you done a video call, didn't you?
Yeah, video call with Nocta, and they showed me around their lab, and this guy had it, and she started showing it, and then she went, oh, no one's seen this yet. I went, no. And I said, I like yellow. She said, oh, it's a prototype. And I said, keep it yellow because if it gets lost in the field, you can find it. And I called it a banana. And I think other people are calling it banana. Right. Now we go on to, now this is a completely different kettle of fish. Flipping it. You've got the Minelab ProFind. There's 4 different types of pinpointer from Minelab. So you can see here, if you're a beginner, the basic one of that, which I don't know if I've got. No, I've got a 35. I did have a the top end one, but this is £89. So it's sort of challenging the Garrett a little bit. But if you look at the features, it's so you've got the ProFind 15, so a bit like the base Garrett, same sort of price. It's rain resistant.
I could see the ProFind 20 there, splash proof. That'll suit Rob Random.
Yes. And then this here, I don't know. I had the ProFind 40, but I think that's one I lent someone. I gave away. But this is the ProFind 35. So this was £120. Oh, I thought I broke my screen then. Wouldn't be the first time I've broken a Mac laptop screen. You can see this one's pretty worn out, but this is what it. See,
sounds like a mobile phone. There's a lot of people in the chat, Adrian, that aren't fans of this. Matt Kent really dislikes it. The slightest knock and it goes mad. Sheddy says something about the experts. Andrew Tees won't stop beeping after 3 restarts. There was a Roman coin stuck to the end.
It's interesting because they were obviously, like Nocta, giving them away in certain packages. Minelab are as well. But I've they've gone from the 15 to the 20 to the 35 to the 40. It still takes a 9-volt battery. I'd be interested what people think in the chat of USB-C or a 9-volt battery. Now, a 9-volt battery is good. If your pinpointer dies in the field, you just put a new one in and screw it up. Rechargeable, if it goes in the field, you can't really charge it realistically without stopping detecting and sitting in your car for half an hour. But if you've got the Nocta AccuPoint, you've got a dial on there telling you when the battery's getting low. The XP gives you a few little beeps and grunts when it is going low. But you know what it's like, we forget. So yeah, I'd have thought they would have gone USB-C charging. I've got a feeling Minelab are going to bring a new pinpointer out soon.
Derek Sherwin's had the 35 for a few years. He's quite happy. Ange is actually, if you look at the schematics the information that you've got on screen at the moment, the 35 and the 40, there's absolutely no difference on the screen that we can see apart from £20.
Just the ProFind 40 has got, I think, 10% improvement on sensitivity. They've tweaked it a bit. So basically, it's a bit like the Garrett Vortex. It's the whole thing's exactly the same, and it's just a software tweak, which they do, and IP rating. But talking of that IP rating, the ProFind 15 I had and the 35, and I couldn't tell any difference from them. Even I can't even open that. This is the other thing that triggers me. You get a battery going in the field, you've got muddy gloves, and you can't open. I can't even.
You're having a poo?
Yeah. I've had that for about 3 years now, and that has worked well. And you've got your little sense. So it's quite basic. There's not a lot to go wrong.
Question from Wayne Rowlands: are there any pinpointers that can connect to any headphones via Bluetooth?
No. And I think it's because they all use their own different technology.
Rob Random says about the pinpoint that you just had, it looks a bit shit, a bit like we're on Weasley's broken wand.
It's very dirty. Well, not dirty, but it's very worn. I mean, look, you can see that it's had better days, but it's still going strong.
Nick Berry, little tip: mold some epoxy sculpt, whatever shape you want, around the tip, and it will not wear out for years and doesn't affect performance.
You can
Debsy, hi Debsy, you're new. I have 35, no problems, apart from have to put micropore tape over the speaker to stop getting mud clogged.
Yes. Now that is a very good point, Debsy.
Let me put you over the old on big screen, Adrian.
That little speaker there gets absolutely caked in mud.
Now, if there's water gets into that,
yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Is it?
It's fine. But when you look at the other pinpointers, they don't have an external speaker.
Well, as we've already spoke about the Nocta AcuPoint, that is so well protected, especially with the little thing.
That won't get mud in there because you're.
I don't know. Do you not know me?
No, yours would be chocolate. So yeah, it's. But you can get really good offers on those. But I just recall now. Actually, I had a problem with the ProFind. It kept going off. They're 40 actually. I had a couple, but anyway. But yes, right. So that's the Mind Lab. You haven't got one of those, have you?
No.
No. Have you ever had one?
I've not to use. No. I'll be honest with you. I got one with the Manticore, and I've absolutely no idea what it is.
Is it a red one?
I think
the
so.
ProFind. Yeah. That's what I've got, and we'd give it away. Someone wanted it, but I can't find it. So then we move on.
Rob Cornwall said the ProFind doesn't fit in a Garrett sheath to put on his belt. Next up,
Quest. Now, let's make you big, Dave. Let's make you big.
Make me big.
Yeah,
here I am.
This is interesting.
It is interesting, but as you can hear, I mean, when it comes to ability, it's right up there. However, personally, I kept having a lot of falses, and it was doing me head in. So it's been relegated to third choice for me. But
it's got a colour screen, isn't it?
No, it's not colour. It's just a little screen like that, and it gives you the false in. Press the button. There you go. So it gives me it was the first one, I think. I'm right in saying, Adrian, that done the ferrous and non-ferrous discrimination.
Yes.
It comes with, and do you know what? Of all the sheaths, that's my favourite sheath.
Yeah, the Quest one is nice.
And it fits. Come with a good lanyard as well.
It fits a lot of pinpointers in it as well. So if you've got.
So if we go back to the information about it, Adrian, if you'd like to tell us about it.
Well, they do a basic one, which used to be, but they had to change the name because they got in legal problems.
What was it previously before Quest?
To Technic, no.
Detechnic, something like that. I actually had.
Yes, it was Detechnic.
I had that one originally, and it was phenomenal. Probably one of my favourite pinpointers. Unfortunately, it ended up falling apart, and I couldn't fix it.
Yes, I had one about 6 or 7 years ago, and it was brilliant. And I think it was £50 then. So here we've got the high-end one. So we've got the basic pro one, waterproof. Oh, look, I've got that round the wrong way. Got the pictures round the wrong way, haven't I? Or not? Why is that 30 metres? That must be 3 metres and 5 metres. sensitivity is good and great. This is Chinese, by the way, because it's manufactured in China but designed in America. And basically, it's USB rechargeable. Now, is yours USB-C, Dave, or is it the funny one?
One moment, I'll check. It's a USB-C. And the thing I like about this one is if you take it off, let me just put it on a big screen again, Adrian. So your speaker is actually the unscrew bit because it's got your speaker hurdy-gurdy that when you plug it in and screw it back up, that's your speaker. So I thought that was a nice touch when it came out originally as well.
You can actually plug headphones into that if you've got a small...
you could,
Yeah. If you just wanted to detect on a beach. I think, you could put bone conductive headphones in there, couldn't you? Plug it in. But yeah, I think the stats on here are a bit all over the place, just looking at it, because it's saying the X Pointer Max hasn't got a speaker, but it has.
What's an OLED display?
It's not LED, it's like LCD. Philip Wills will,
where are we on the people? David Moore question. Which is the pinpointer that turns itself off when placed in a holster?
That might be the the X Pointer Max. You've not got the Max,
No,
have you? It hasn't got like, So but
Sheddy says, in his opinion, it has two settings, too sensitive or not sensitive enough. Plus, the batteries are horribly non-tactile.
Yeah, I think they're not that common, but people who've got them. I nearly got the X Pointer Max when it first came out, but I didn't.
Keith R. His MI4 has just gone to XP under warranty. Too much work with the falsing. Philip Wills says, OLED, it's organic light emitting diodes. I love having Phil Wills in the skis. He's off font, isn't he? He's like the Oracle.
Yeah.
He's like Barbara.
Oh, it's the one Jelly says the one you've got has got the magic holster.
Has he? Hold on.
Has it got... Yeah. Is that...
No, it hasn't. But there's metal in it. There's the buttons at the back.
Yeah, I think...
No.
Yeah. Yeah, it might have stopped working. Jelly's got a point there. I'm a strong believer in the more you got to go wrong. And time will tell with the Nocta one because it's got its colour display and all bits and bobs and stuff. But they do get bashed about. I mean, 100, 150 quid for a pinpointer. It's a lot of money. And we don't really look after them, do we? We just chuck them about and everything. So, right.
Well, if you're going to buy one second hand, Marketplace on Facebook, for instance, there's loads on there that are cheap as chips and do what the business. Philip Will says, no, he just knows how to use Google. Yes, but you're our Oracle.
He's got a Google chip in him. Richard Lincoln sounded like 56k modem, US Robotics, yours, Dave. It did, actually.
Jelly says that it might stop working if I've had it a while. Yeah, I've had it since it come out because I reviewed it for Joan Allen. So that was a while ago. Philip Will says they are designed to work in a rough environment. Philip is the first AI beta version and is still being tested by the MI5. Thank you, Jim Painting. I haven't looked. Liverpool beating Tottenham. Wow.
Tom will be pleased, my boy.
Where are we next, my friend?
So as for Quest, I see them as similar to Apple. They get all the design done in America and they manufacture in China. But there has been some issues regarding people getting in touch with them with machines. I know for a fact. So we then go on to.
I actually saw an image the other day of the new their version of the air detector.
Yeah.
Anyway, this pile of I mean, Dr. Otek.
Where should we start? Has anyone got one?
It's green.
No, it's not. It's red.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
it's a sort of mauve reddy colour.
Yeah.
Red.
This came out about 2 years ago. There was a big old thing on social media, and everyone was getting emails and saying, "Oh, if you sign up to Dr. Otek, you can get one for what was it, half price or something."
Yeah, Tony Kaywood's TC Detect's got one.
Yeah, he shared it and he got one, and I think they work for 50 quid.
But so does sifting over your coil.
Yeah. Yeah, here Dave Moore got one for 20 quid. I agree. I'd pay 20 quid for it. Nothing against Dr. Otek, but I just if something goes wrong with it, there's not many distributors.
I've got something against Dr. Otek. I feel that they make a mockery out of the hobby by trying to flood it with shit.
I think I've got one. I bought it as a waterproof one just before the Noctanana. Yeah. I mean...
Saying that again, Adrian, I've actually got a Dr. Otek sand scoop, and it's bob on, but
yeah,
it's just a sand scoop with a Dr. Otek's sign on it.
It's interesting because if I go back to the beginning... There's a pinpointer there, the blue one, which is from China. And if you take a close look at it, it's very similar. And that's from CKJ or something. And it's being sold by some people, and you can get it on eBay and stuff. But
another pile of shite then.
Well, no, it might be okay. If you're,
but it's not though, is it?
I think, the amount of... If you... new to the hobby and you just go on the beach like once a month or something like that, it's okay. But I'm interested if anyone thinks much of it. Jim Painting, his mate's got a Dr. Otek spade. It weighs about £6. Flipping heck. Yeah. It's again, if you buy a Garrett Carrot and it goes wrong, or a Nocta or an XP or a Mine Lab, you contact your distributor or them direct. And they'll sort it out.
How can you make metal detectors when you also make cakes?
No, I got corrected the other day, didn't I? It was Dr. Oka, I know. But yeah, I'd love to know. DR. It's not Doctor, is it? It's DR Otek.
Nice, Doctor.
So we'll just skip over that one. Now, who's bought one of these? $15.99. Who's bought one of these? I have. Only because I wanted to do something with it. Tech Point, yeah.
What did you want to do with it?
What did I want to do with it? I wanted to get it to work because these are Chinese, and quite often someone said the other day, earlier in the chat, they ordered a Garrett off eBay and got one of those, which is commonplace. And sometimes on some forums, Chinese forums, they'll put a Garrett sticker on it. I have actually seen one with a Garrett sticker on, and it is not a Garrett. But for $15.99, it's, I think, the way I look at it, they're manufactured. The plastic housing's good, the button's good, everything else.
Lanyard and a holster.
And the bloke who puts the electric circuit board in it and seals the cap is blind with one arm. and sometimes it goes in okay, and sometimes the wire will come loose, or the glue he puts in will make it wobble. So I actually bought one about 4 years ago, and this is quite weird, and you can look this up on YouTube. You'll find it. The sensitivity is like it will go off about that far away, so you can actually see it before the pinpointer most of the time in the hole. So if you put, I think it's a metal washer or bolt each side. If you glue it, see that black sticker on the side.
Mm-hmm.
If you put a metal bolt between the middle of the black sticker, one on each side, and glue it on or arrow dye it on, it'll improve the distance by about an inch. It will get you up to like 2-3 centimeters. But you don't really want to do that. And I found out the only reason that is like that is because they don't put it in properly and it's not calibrated. It doesn't get any factory checks or anything. But it says it's submersible up to 3 feet, which if you look at the bottom of it, there's no rubber washer there. It's just a metal lanyard, a bit of aluminium. But yeah, it's. Have you had one, Dave?
Yes, I'm holding it and it's black.
Mm.
So
make it big and turn it on. Let's hear it.
This I've had since time immemorial. I don't even know when I bought it, but it must have been some time ago. And it's been sat in the van for a obscene amount of time. And it was only before, when I was looking for other pinpointers in the spares box, that I turned it on, and it still works. So I'm about half a centimetre before it starts.
Put that closer to the camera. I see that. Yeah.
Can't, can I? Because me screens and all that. There was something else I wanted to do that I just reminded myself, but I'll do that in a minute. So yeah, it's it looks very much like the Garrett Pro Pointer 2, and that's all I can offer.
That's
and
interesting.
It's got a light.
Yeah.
It's got a nice light on it.
Jim Painting. There's an article on eBay about tuning the eBay ones by sliding a copper coin down the shaft and taping it. Yeah, that's right, Jim. You can, but but I can't. I wouldn't even trust it for finding cables or pipes on walls, which is what I use mine for. Not
just talk amongst yourselves a minute, because I just want to find something. Carry on.
Yes, Dark Knight Detectorist, you do get what you pay for. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're in this hobby. We've got to support the people who support us and stick with a well-known brand at the end of the day.
Well, at the end of the day, Adrian, the well-known brands are the ones that, you know, they're making them, they know what the detectorist requires, and they're doing the job based on ourselves and our feedback. Whereas GP Pointer Company, it actually says on it from Buy Metal Detectors. So they're just making them to make some money. I know they're all making money, but at least the MyLab, the XP, the Nocta, the Quest are manufacturers of metal detectors and know that the pinpointer is something that's a requirement for metal detectorists.
Yeah. I'd be interested in the manufacturing costs, actually, of a pinpointer. Yeah, I'd be very interested. So then we go on to the summary, which is pretty... Have I still got 30 metres on the Quest one? Yes. I must try that when I'm on holiday without getting the bends. But yeah, it's interesting. I think my personal choice is if I have a pinpointer, I like it to be wireless to my headphones, and I do like it to be rechargeable. That's my personal opinion, but those cost a lot of money. You're right, Dave.
Yes, I'm trying to find something that I thought of this afternoon, and it's only just reoccurred to me. I have no idea where it is, so I'm going to have one more look in that drawer there, and then I'll be back to you as normal. But I'm still here.
Jim, we're not talking about gloves. Jim Painting's brought 2 pairs of gloves today from Screwfix. Jim, that's another episode, gloves. Now, Nick Berry, it's really weird you say that, because if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Minelab, I think. A pinpoint a glove that's Bluetooth to your detector, wireless to your detector. It's got why couldn't it be just a little tip on the top of your finger, and you can just wiggle around the hole? How cool would that be? Pinpoint a glove. I'm going to register that domain name tonight. But yes, that's where we are. So hopefully some people have had some interest from that. We haven't got all the pinpointers in there. We've missed out Fisher, not for any reason at all. Tech.
And the reason we haven't
Tech
included them is because we can't comment because we haven't used one.
What one did we say? Technetics
Technics and Fisher.
Yeah. They're not that popular in the hobby, but they are good pinpointers. They are definitely good. And if you can pick one up cheap, definitely get one, because they are good value for money. But pinpointers do go wrong, and if you buy one off eBay, you take your
Philip
chance.
Wells says gloves wear out, so we need to be modular. What I was looking for, Adrian, was my EMF meter, which I use for health and safety purposes. And I just wanted to see what emissions and what differences there were between each of the pinpointers, if any.
I'd like to know what that one is, because that looks really mustardy on. That's bright yellow. It looks really mustardy on here.
Mine just looks dirty. I was going to clean them, but I thought it looks like I don't go metal detecting.
Actually, a little tip that I find is all pinpointers, most of them come with a lanyard, and you get a little clip like that. Buy these. Buy a carabiner off eBay. Makes things so much easier.
Or buy them off me. Or there's hundreds of Minelab ones about, because Minelab always give them away.
Yes, there was at Rodney Cook a lot of Minelab ones, actually.
And
detectable. Yeah, definitely.
And probably in this bag next to me as well.
Nick Berry, a pinpointer fake finger.
White TRX is another one.
Yes, White's.
What about a wrist-mounted pinpointer that shoots out like Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
Or Spider-Man's web.
I don't know if... Could you get a pinpointer any small? Do you want it any?
And then, of course, there's stories surrounding the pinpointers, much like when Jim Painting had, was it Jim Painting or Andrew T before had one that was had a Roman coin stuck to the end, or you could always be like Digger Dawn, one of Adrian's favourite detecting-related stories. Go on then, Adrian.
I think everyone knows. Dawn took her car to be valeted, and they came up to her and said, "We've cleaned your car. We found this, a packet of tissues, Savaloy." And then they went, he held it like that. "We found this." And I think they thought it was some sort of sexual implement. And Dawn tried explaining what it is, but got in a faff. Yeah, I quite find that funny, because if you didn't know what they were, you might think they were some sort of entertainment device for male and female people. But yeah. But, all right, Dave?
Yeah, I'm still looking for that. Doing me head in.
He's lost his EMF meter.
I found my box for my AccuPoint. Let's have a look what's in the box of the AccuPoint, Adrian, because all I've ever done is take it out. It was a lot of...
Go big. Go big.
Go big. Go big. There's anything else in there? There is an additional end cap and washer.
Sorry, very good point there. And a lanyard.
And it also comes with the lanyard, the belt holster, and a USB charging cable. Now, Adrian, the big question is, out of all the ones we've discussed, out of all the ones that you have and all the ones that I have, from all the ones you have, what is your favorite pinpointer? And I'm not talking, I don't want you to go, well, this for this, this for this, and this for this. What is your go-to pinpointer?
How about if I say
no,
the beginner and for someone who's got loads of money? If money was an option...
You do, no, that can be your second one. But firstly, what is your go-to pinpointer, that your favourite choice of pinpointer? In fact, Adrian, I would like you to knock up on the Big Detecting Show website, not now. How about a poll on the people's go-to pinpointers?
Well, Garrett will win, without doubt. Because
I'd like to see what the spread is.
Yeah, we could. We'll do it on the website, Big Detecting Show website. We'll get like 3 people do it.
What is your go-to? You're getting out of it. What is your go-to pinpointer?
Now, I have different machines, as you know. So, if it's the Nocta AccuPoint. But if I'm using the Deus, it will be the MI6. If I'm using the Manticore, it will be the AccuPoint. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned is most pinpointers run, so most of our machines are multi-frequency, and we have single frequency on them, but we very rarely use it. The Garrett, I think off the top of my head, it runs between 7 to 8 hertz. The XP one runs about 8 or 9 hertz. This runs at 15 hertz. So this can pick up ridiculously small things, which sometimes...
Which it bloody well does.
Yeah. So if you've got a which is very small.
For those of us who don't know what a minim is, I know. Because there may be 1 or 2 people who are listening or watching that aren't sure what a minim is.
It's a very, very, very small Roman coin, which is probably about that big. But yeah. So for me, it's the Nocta AccuPoint because I'm lazy. I don't have to keep recharging it. It's yellow. If I lose it, I find it in the field. But I also like the MI6 from XP. But if I was new to the hobby and somebody said to me, I want to buy a pinpoint, I've seen this one on eBay, it's only £4.25 and it's a fake Garrett. I think the Quest base model one, which used to be the Technics one, is very good value and hard worthy and rugged, and I recommend that.
And what if you've got lots of money and you want to go all out and get the Manticore of the pinpointer world?
I think I'd like to see if people agree, but the AccuPoint, no brainer. Yeah.
Now, for
mean-
me, my favourite, in fact, I'm going to run it from the ones I've got next to me in a particular order. I have to go the Acupoint, followed by the Garrett Carrot, followed by probably the Quest. But the Quest, I had to stop using it because it was winding me up because it kept falsing. Now, can I plug that into something and get an update? Does that work with that?
Well, you can update pinpointers. I'm not sure on the Quest one. Don't know if anyone knows.
But you can with the Acupoint.
Jim wants an Acunt for Christmas.
Jim's been on the sauce again, hasn't he?
I think he has. I think that's made by Wing Wang Wu, and it's not an Acupoint, Jim, but
from Spy Detectors or Dr. Otak.
Yes, Philip Wheels kilohertz. Currently use the X Pointer Max, but Dark Detectorist currently use the X Pointer Max, but torn between getting the Acupoint or the M9 coil next. More, yeah, it's quite a tough one actually. I'd go for the M9 coil. Nothing against the Acupoint, but I'd go for the M9 coil.
So I'm on currently the Nocta website. If I want to update, well, anything really, because obviously there's the machines and where do you find that on the website?
Well, if you go to the products,
right,
they've got quite a nice little website actually. If you go to the product and then under the product,
I'll share the screen.
Yes, share the screen.
There we go. So
go to
there's your Nocta Detectors
accessories.
website. Just one moment. There's the website. Lots of things on there. The winter deals. Some good deals there, Adrian.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Let's go to accessories. We'll go down to
shafts. I like the way they use it. Shafts.
Nope.
Is it under metal detectors?
Pinpointers.
Yeah.
So going to the Acupoint there. Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
scroll
nice and
down.
Yellow. Yeah. Downloads.
Downloads. Oh, they've even put the patents there.
That's just user manuals.
Okay. Click on downloads. Oh, yeah, you are. Yeah, there's nothing there. So, yeah, maybe. To be honest, I think it just the beta one had a few gripes. Oh, do you remember that Chinese woman in the headphones that kept saying Bluetooth not connecting? We had that on the show as a soundbite, didn't we? There was a bug on it, but it went after a while. But yeah, the Acupoint, I think they've just sent them out now. But there is a. You've got your USB-C port. Yeah.
It doesn't look like you can update it.
No.
And if you want an Acupoint via LP, use the code DK10 to get 10% off, says Mr. Dark Knight Detectorist. Thank you very much.
Oh. So that's
David Moore still using his beta Acupoint and he sold the second one.
Yeah, it's like 15 quid off, isn't it? With Dark Knight Detectorist, 10%. Yes, USB just for charging it. I think the XP one has got a different. Yeah,
Adrian,
I think it can only
9:15 already.
The XP one.
That's the one I haven't got the charger for, so I don't know actually if it works or not.
I'll send you one, but I'll send it to the right house.
Oh, yeah, I need to check that, don't I?
Yeah.
2-0 to Liverpool. Go ahead, Salah.
I sent Adrian's Wall. I haven't done one. I could do one quickly. Keep talking, Dave. Talk about something. Or
So
share.
there are your pinpointers. You've got a massive variety. Seeing as Anthony put it in my head at work, I'm actually going to gift Anthony one of these pinpointers for being an all-round good egg, just for his starter. If you are listening, Anthony Lester, thanks again for coming up with tonight's show inadvertently. And we'll try and do more of these in the future, where we're going to choose a product of some manner and discuss all the alternatives that you could actually utilize. So if you have any ideas of what you'd like for us to incorporate into the show, please get in touch via speaking to Adrian face to face. Don't Facebook Messenger me, because I never get them and then realize 2.5 months later. Email us via the Big Detecting Show, or just shout out very loud.
Yeah, don't use Facebook Messenger, because it doesn't work, and I never use it.
He doesn't use it, and I don't get anything.
No. I've found something for...
don't give it away, Adrian.
No.
And seeing you were also nice, and you've bared with us this evening, we're going to give a little prize away from that lovely chap, Mr. Graham Dempsey, for the composite cleaning pencil, who I haven't been able to play his advert on the start of the show for a couple of weeks, because we keep getting strikes from some Olympic committee for they own the rights to the song that these use. Now, all the music and all the videos that we use or are made for us, they come from whatever cloud source of claptrappery, witchery, voodoo that's involved in the making of the videos. So I don't know why we're getting copyright strikes, but I'm going to try and change the music on it. So that's why it's not been on for a bit. Again, I've been behind schedule on everything. So I'm just saying lots of words now, so Adrian can.
Well, I've just sent you the
spoiler.
What the thing is so there's a prize tonight.
There is.
Is that right? Jesus Christ! Put it on.
Is it one of them? Is it? I'd never have got that.
No, if Philip Wills.
Oh, I can imagine what people are going to say.
What? Right. Does anyone use a White's bullseye pinpointer?
Still? Yes, White's bullseye. I had a fake one of them as well.
Really? Is someone still using one though? In the chat, I'd be quite interested.
Can I play the video?
Right. No.
Okay.
Because I've lost the...
Let's see this.
He may be rubbish at jokes, but Adrian joins the team as one of the most experienced field testers in the world.
Have you done it yet?
10 seconds. Oh, yeah. I must hide it.
Have you done it yet?
Yeah.
So can I play it?
Yeah.
It's my morning wake-up call.
Yes, if you do like the sound, you can download it from the bigdetectingshow.co.uk or .com. Just type in Big Detecting Show and it'll come up with Google. You can download it and put it on your phone. And I think when we're at the rallies this year, if we hear anyone's phone ring with it, we'll give them a prize.
Yes.
Right.
Like that. Right.
Tonight.
So, tonight's kindly sponsored by the Composite Cleaning Pencil, who will sort out a prize for whoever is the winner of tonight's thingy. So, as ever, Mia, 21 is her age. Right, so from this point now, after Stephen Brame saying it's on my phone, it's not a wood screw. Number 13. It's not a mirror handle. Number 19, seeing Jacqueline Walker asked ever so nicely. It's not a Roman dagger. It's not a sausage. It's not a knife hilt. It's not
Who
a
said
purse
it's a
bar.
sausage?
Who do you think? Your bell end mate. It's
Oh.
not a whistle. 22.
He loves sausage.
It's not a buckle. It's not a fork or a dagger holder or a Roman penknife. Number 11. Not a Roman buckle. Number 6. It's not a razor. Number 5. Ange and Derek have downloaded it too. It's not a pump. It's not a rolling pin. It's not a masonry bond. It's not a scroll housing. It's not a Roman saucepan handle, a spoon, or an oil scraper. 27. Or a skin scraper.
Roman.
It is Roman. Number 20. It's not a candle thing. It's not a spatula. It's not a toilet chain handle. Number 30. It's not a scythe. It's not an iron fence top. It's not a sickle. It's not a pizza cutter or a lunula. Not heard of one of them. It's not a boot scraper. It's not a Roman pinpointer. 14. It's not a frying pan handle. It's not a horse hoof tool. It's not a mode grinder. It's not a knife. Number 10. It's not a stirrup. It's not a religion thing.
Oh.
It's not a skin shaver. Nobody's close tonight. It's not a scroll holder. 17. It's not a guitar plaque. It's not a Roman hoof scraper. 25. It's not a chariot fitting. It's not a herb chopper. It's not a boot scraper. 26. It's not a donkey shoe. It's not a step. 28.
Dave, I think
Scales.
someone mentions one of the words from.
Yes, I know. Yeah. Tell you what, you just start uncovering stuff, and I'll read them out. And it's not a wood plane, a door knocker, a Roman stirrup, a toilet handle. It's not a foot scraper. It's not a poker handle. It's not a table leg. It's not a bog chain. It's not a putter. Adrian, you do the countdown now. Do a countdown from, I don't know, 10 or something. It's not a handle, a tap, a priest, a woe grinder, a toilet flush handle,
It looks like
stick,
something.
antique baseball bat, a fish priest.
I probably
sword
would have got
hanger.
it if I hadn't have known. I'm surprised no one's come up.
I'm surprised the usual suspects, like Nick
Yeah.
Perry, hasn't come up with it.
It's got
10,
It's significant
9,
because there's a loop there to hold
8,
it around your neck. So what's quite
7,
important that you don't want to
6,
lose, otherwise you won't
5,
be able to get in.
4, 3, 2. Philip Wills has got it. Followed closely by. Hold on. Followed closely by Richard Wills.
What? Has he got a problem?
Richard Lincoln, sorry. Philip Wills got it, and followed closely by Richard Lincoln. Nick Berryart said it was a key ring. Selkirk Detector said a key holder. Mercian receptacle ring, still a key. Roman key, but Philip Wills. Philip Wills, do you want your composite cleaning pencil, or do you want us to pass it on to the next Perry? Right, he's asked us to donate it to Sheddy. So, Richard Lincoln, if you could email thebigdetectingshow.com with your
Contact us through the website. Go to the website, bigdetectingshow.com, and click on contact us, put your name and address. Sorry, dear. And then we'll forward it on.
yes. Oh, no, he's saying the next man, please. Right. So the next person after Sheddy was Nick Berry says keyring. Celtic Selkirk detectorists say key holder. Mercy and Metal Detecting says keyring. David Moore says Roman key. I think we'll go with David Moore's because he said the Roman key. David Moore's, do you want it? It'll be a composite cleaning pencil, no doubt.
Or it might be a sausage.
A used sausage. Ooh, that reminds me, I need to take a singular cocktail sausage to work. Don't worry, I know. Philip Wills already has 6 pencils. David Moore wants to pass it on as well. Nick Berry, do you have one?
No, he'll want it. He'll have whatever. Yes, please.
No, you're not invisible, Gary Cook, but we're going from above you. You're still there.
Ah, Gary.
He's not got one, so Nick Berry would like one. Nick Berry, there you go.
There you go. Brilliant. Nice one. I've got you.
Gary, I will give you a cuddle when I see you in the near future. Gary, I won't be there this weekend because I have got to have my gallbladder removed. I'm waiting for a phone call and I'm in extreme pain. Worse than I was at LCM 2 years ago. I'm unable to move very much at the moment. So sadly, I can't come down.
Good luck.
I've been actually told I'm not allowed to go anywhere, but I've got to try.
Could you go to the pub?
No, because I don't want to drink because obviously things aren't working properly and I'll end up in more pain.
Oh, Dave Moore, he's already has a couple of pencils, so Happy Nick is getting one. Oh, Angie's having hers removed on February the 21st.
Oh, we might be buddies. I'm just waiting for the... fortunately, I'm in a works medical scheme, Bupa. So I went straight to them and I'm just on the matter of waiting for the surgeon's secretary to ring me up for the come on, fatty, come into hospital. So,
Gary, you're researching a new site. Is it that one you spoke to me about this year's RCM? Because if it is, it's going to be very exciting. So, and I think soon we'll hear about the events for RCM this year. Which
that's why Andrew's in hospital in December.
Oh.
Well, we'll be scar buddies, Andrew.
Maybe we could have a gallbladder show. Oh, bloody hell. Matt Kent's in next month for a hernia. And
we can just have a scar show. Send your scars in. And...
We wish the best to Simon Dempsey, Graham Dempsey's son, because he's in for having a hernia removed as well. Oh,
well, it's not a hernia. It's not a hernia.
Well, it's because of...
It's an operation that's left something not very well.
Oh, has it?
And
Gary,
I can't really have cake afterwards because the gallbladder, I've been researching this beyond belief, actually produces bile, which breaks down fat. So I won't be able to eat much fat in the future. And myself and Ange are going to be left with probably lots of acid reflux and heartburn.
Although my daughter had her gallbladder out when she was 16, and touch wood, she's all right as long as she doesn't. But she's like,
Adrian, do you know what? From what you told me the other week about back pain, I've been struggling really bad, and I've obviously looked now at gallbladder and back pain, and exactly what you've said is the exact area that I've been struggling from. And nothing will touch it, which you told me. Yeah, that's what my daughter said. She started off getting this really bad back pain, and then it all went. But yeah, the operation's all right as long as they flush you out as well, because sometimes they don't. Gary Cook has asked, would anyone want to return to last year's No Thrill site? I thought it was a fantastic location, Gary. I think it's still got a lot of
Oh,
things below the soil
Yeah.
and some new fields, he says. And also, I believe when it's been ploughed, it's going to bring a hell of a lot more to the upper regions of the soil. So I certainly would. And to be fair, the camping field was bob on. I know we had a bit of rain on the last day, but it was absolutely bob on the how you had it set up. So I, for one, would be a definite.
Yeah, I think it was a really lovely place to go, and there are quite a few nice hotels nearby. And we only found out that there was a pub right next to the far field. Do you remember me telling you?
Yeah,
when I left?
well, I only found out because somebody went missing and he was in the pub.
Yeah.
We were
And-
all out searching with torches and he was in the pub.
I was in the car with Jim Painting. Jim, if you're still awake in the chat, and we're driving back to the 10-star hotel that we were sharing a single bed, and this woman walking up the road about 3 miles away from the dig, and she was all over the place. And I went, "You all right?" She went, "Yeah." I said, "You found much?" She went, "No, only 6 pints in the pub." And I was like, got round the corner, it's this lovely, beautiful pub. So yeah, that was a lovely event. Actually, it was really nice, and the parking was good. We won't mention the generator because what's his name?
John Liddell.
Yeah, John's still generator, but yeah, it'd be good.
Right
I think it'd
next
be
to
good.
me,
Go
yeah.
for it.
And she's taking pregabalin OxyContin to help the plane plus a hot water bottle. Ange, Adrian will tell you this because I told him on the phone yesterday and he was like, "What?" I had yesterday 2 tramadol, 2 cocodamol, and 2 naproxen, and it didn't touch me.
You'll get better soon, dear.
Yeah.
And we'll be back
Once
on the
it's
show.
out, I tell you what, once it's out, and if this back pain goes as well, I can't wait. Because Gary will tell you, 2 years ago at the RCM, on the comedy tent night, I sat at my van and didn't even go in, didn't drink all weekend.
You wasn't well, were you?
No.
You'll be good. This time next year, Rodney. Right. Oh, Sheddy, Richard, chew on licorice sticks.
Don't like licorice. Devils.
I do.
Yuck.
I like licorice. I haven't had it for ages. I used to love licorice with them little ball, the Bassett's,
Licorice all
sherbet.
sorts.
Oh, I used to
Oh,
love those.
sherbet
Yeah.
wheels.
Yeah, Bassett's licorice also. You used to get them at Christmas. No one eats sherbet anymore. It's very good for you.
I actually ordered before off Amazon
Hundreds
a
of
bottle of
thousands. Bassett's in
Schweppes
Anderson.
peppermint cordial because my mum and dad used to swear by that for upset stomachs and that when I was a kid.
Oh.
And I thought to myself, not heard from it for years, getting a bottle of peppermint cordial.
Just have Lucasade.
I'm
Andrew T.
diabetic,
Hi, Andrew.
darling.
Yeah, that's all right. Knock a bit of insulin in. Sherbet fountain. Oh, I used to love a sherbet fountain.
Sherbet dab. Sherbet
I
dab.
used to- No, sherbet
I'll
fountain.
tell you what I've got.
Licorice
I
stick.
got sent a nice present from from Regdon's at Christmas, an old-fashioned sweet box, and it's got. You'll remember these. They're called Dib Dabs. Remember? And it was like a lolly stick, and you dipped it in. I've got one of
Picking
them
up
in there.
sugar. Yeah. Maybe you could give it away. Oh dear, Ange turned yellow, jaundice into
Adrian,
septum.
it's
Oh,
well
bless.
past bedtime. We hope you've enjoyed tonight. We've actually put a bit of effort into. Well, Adrian's put effort into it anyway to do the pinpointed slideshow. Bit of research, putting things together, and obviously we've discussed a multitude of pinpointers, and I hope that they will, in some way, inspire those who haven't made a decision on the pinpointer, or give you an idea of something else that you might want to try.
You don't have to buy one. You can use your hand, pick up the dirt, and move it.
I still regularly, I've said it today to Adrian and Donna, still regularly, when I get fed up because things are falsing on me, I pick up a handful of dirt in the hand, generally, that's got no wedding ring on, I will watch because I don't wear a watch. It's only on for work purposes to be doing my steps. And wave it over the coil. I still do it to this day. It's how I started, and I'll do that forevermore. Best
Matt,
and
Kent,
non-chafing
thank you very
under-
much. That is actually the next episode we were talking about.
Matt Kent,
But
bamboo underpants like I wear. Bamboo.
Yeah. We were currently before the show discussing non-chafing bras and vests.
Yes.
So we'll look at underwear as well. So thank you. And happy birthday to Stephen Brame.
And happy birthday to Andrew, who's on the
Ah.
9th of February in 2 days. That must be Andrew T. Merry birthday. And again, merry birthday to
Andrew T. Happy birthday. Andrew T. Happy
Stephen
birthday.
Brame.
Happy birthday, Andrew T.
and Stephen
you
Brame.
affected. Happy
And
birthday.
thanks again to
you.
Anthony Lester
Happy
for inspiring tonight's show. Somebody who isn't
Yes.
even a metal detectorist yet.
No. Brilliant.
Thank you, everybody. And we will see you all same time, same place next week. Have a great week. And I will try
Good
to
luck.
remember to put the post up on the Big Detective Show Facebook group for the... What are you doing, you monk? For the readers' finds, viewers' finds even. So same time, same place next week. If I'm not here, Adrian will be with somebody else. We've got a guest next week. We got on the guest next week.
Can you not have a hospital cam?
Oh, I've got my phone. I'll do it that way.
Yeah, that'd be all right. I'd
Hold
rather
on.
you...
Let me just see that we've got a guest.
Oh,
next
hang
week.
on.
Who are we?
Non-profit Grizzly, cheap viewers on Stream Boo.
Oh, thanks.
Remove for both.
Thanks,
Well,
non-profit
you know what you
Grizzly.
can do. You can go and shit in your hat and eat it. Bye-bye.
Bye. You've been banned.
Bye.
Next week's show, we have that delightful Brian Goodsir Thompson from Monarch Designs.
Yeah. That's
So,
gonna be a good one.
And then I will speak to you, Lee, over the weekend. I do apologise, and I'll get back to you shortly. So thanks again, everybody, and we'll see
Thank
you
you for
next
watching.
week.
Bye.
Bye.